pull a fence. AKM on the high ground now, pressuring a lot of damage into Roshan already. Taimu takes to the skies. Roshan just needs to take cover, but he can't get away from a Helix rocket. AKM, first kill of the Overwatch League for this man. It looks like there'll be a few more to follow.
Yeah, Taimu and Mickey did a fantastic job of forcing the main tanks of Shanghai into that little health pack room. Mickey does get defect, but Taimu able to jump back up towards the supports. AKM still putting down the fire. Those tanks can't come out. Taimu jumps back down, finishes a few of them off, and it'll be Dallas Fuel that takes point A.
Such a full circle for a player like Taimu as well. In previous games, he obviously, did play Team Fortress 2. He was a healer in that game, so he wide. No one's really been keeping him in check so far. We'll see now the EMP being used by Shusho now into this fight. Pulse Bomb dropped on Effect's just going to recall back. Undead and Viking still on the point, and Effect has a couple of more opponents to get through, but it's going well. Effect managed to find that double kill, and that's really opened things up now as they pressure onto the point. He is gone. This might be a quick one, Matt.
This looks like it's going to be very fast as the Fuel will clear the point. They'll use Transcendence here, plus Attack Visor as AKM just scaring some players from Shanghai off of the point. But now Shanghai, they're just going to be forced to trickle out here. Mitch does not look good.
Taimu drops into the back. Vikings drop there. The Winston really working out so far for the young Finn. MG, nothing he can do to escape from that self-destruct. That's going to be it. Very quick. First attack. Bolster that morale. Trying to get into position. They actually at least have the high ground, but they're being forced to pay heavy tolls to actually make progress here. And positioning, and that's it. Nice Helix rocket from AKM finds Undead. Dia now forced to go 1-for-1. Recalls as he falls down. Custer has been dropped, but still Effect is back. The peel from the Tracer has been good for Dallas, and they'll hold.
But if you let AKM sit up on the high ground, he is going to make you pay for it. You see, he's able to get one kill, and then Shanghai is forced to jump in there. Man down, and you're not going to end up winning that fight. So they've actually switched off of...
No, Shusha! Oh,
that's unfortunate.
Mickey sat on it like he was hatching an egg. And that's bad. Shusha, if he'd realized that Mickey was sitting on his translocator, he should have tried to suicide a bit earlier.
Here, Harry should get a nano boost in this next fight as well.
Dia low, didn't have to force a recall because he got on the health pack, but he needs to put this pulse bomb to good use. Roshan's down early, that's not a good sign. Tommy does drop down at least, tank for tank. Both Winstons are traded out here, but MG's missing his suit and Shusho is down. That's gotta be it, surely. MG's finished off, Dia trying to back away sheepishly. He knows he's bitten off more than he can chew, and the Dragons go down in flames in this first map.
At the beginning, so
that is strange.
Seems like Dallas Fuel is committed a little bit to play this Mercy more than some people expected.
That's super strange. He didn't play really any Mercy at all last season, but the dive's already come in. Roshan actually found a target before he does get picked off. However, guess what Mercy does? It's almost like you forgot. She's going to resurrect. Custer gets brought back into the fray, and now the Dallas Fuel have a 6 versus 5 man count up against the Dragons, and yes, the snowball, it seems as if it's begun. Effect overextends though. Shusha's able to chase him down, and AKM can only really watch from a distance now as the Fuel transition to the point.
Well, it's just Shanghai goes in for a dive, and then they back out because maybe, in a lot of the scrims recently, they have not been playing against Mercy. It allows Harry Hook to just get a free press on Acosta.
You cannot.
You have to be in line of sight of everybody. I still think Valkyrie's probably a little bit stronger in terms of a defensive ultimate.
Maybe right. We'll see if Dallas Fuel can actually demonstrate that, or if that will be exacerbated perhaps. Effect's got a present for you, Roshan! Doesn't quite connect though. Roshan's able to hop, skip, and jump away to safety, but now he's going to get chased down. Effect's not done here. He does eventually finish his meal, but the Dragons have been doing work over on the point. Dia found Harry Hook, the Mercy, with a pulse bomb. No mean feat. It's a small hitbox to connect with. That's been a good fight for the Dragons there, despite Effect's best attempt at shutting down Roshan.
And Shanghai has a 4-on-2 here. It's just Mickey and Taimu on the point. They just need to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, Taimu is still at like 50% HP. He's going to get back over to Harry Hook. Now the point should go over to Shanghai, but they have Valkyrie. They may as well try and fight this.
Great opportunity. Taimu was cut down, but he could be resurrected pretty easily if they can get back to the point. No, it's a full-scale retreat. As soon as the tactical visor from Undead was used, it seems as if Dallas realized they were in a little bit too deep. They effect. Drops in 81% towards his pulse bomb, so there should be another one fairly soon. Roshan, a primal rate, it looks like he's trying to zone out Custer, and that's actually forced Custer's transcendence in this fight. AKM attack visor. Oh, take some of your own medicine, Undead. Yes, and now AKM's going to follow this one up. Pulse bomb even dropped in. Everything, including the kitchen sink, being delivered by the Dallas Fuel. And it looks like it's made its mark. It worked out for the time being. However, Mickey's desuited by the explosive fallout from Shusha's self-destruct, but there's still 5 players here for Dallas to drop down. It'll be a delayed point take, if at all.
And they get a res onto AKM to bring him back into the fight, so you're at full strength here for the Dallas Fuel. Effect just taking down 5 King, tracking him down as Dallas will get the point back. As Harry's going to build up towards it. Valkyrie rather quickly. He'll have that ultimate yet again. You're going to have Taimu, the Primal Rage, will be able to use that ultimate to charge up Harry's, right? You can get Winston at a ton of HP. He becomes a big target for the other team. You can just keep healing him on back up. Earn that support ult.
Drill Master Taimu delivering a couple early standing orders, I'd say, to the rest of the Dallas Fuel. Diaz dropped onto the point here to give it a tickle. He's trying to find Roshan, but Taimu doesn't seem to be too bothered. He's found a better prize here. Might be a chance for a Primal Rage, but Effect and Mickey on the point are just shredding right now. Taimu, though, was critical in that fight. He zoned out half of the dragons just on his own.
I was going to say, he just touches Undead, altering, and 5-king a little bit.
Run away.
All three of those players back. That's a ton of Shanghai's dragons in terms of their damage, in terms of their Soldier 76 and both supports. Effect is picked off Undead at the beginning of this fight. Not looking good for Shanghai.
That's it. Taimu now. It's a rumble in the jungle. Taimu back on towards the point, but the Transcendence is going to keep him nice and topped up after it comes out of that Primal Rage form. Shield dropped down. Looking for Roshan here, but really doesn't want to spend much of his time trying to zap the enemy Winston. Perhaps the call is now to go on towards him, but Taimu has an opportunity to select his next target. Mickey's doing some serious work. It's attack vines because AKM knows that there's no demon there. Oh, Shanghai's going to have to back away, but already two of them have been felled here. Easy, AKM. Easy, son. And that will be the Dallas Fuel here to pretty much wrap this one up. They were 99% before the fact. Overtime will have a moment to tick down, but there's no one going to be here from the Shanghai Dragons. So round one is wrapped up. Barrage fairly soon. This is about as much expression as you're ever going to get on AKM's face, by the way, but I know he's feeling it.
As you see, Shanghai's really just struggled to get out of the choke here. It'll be Undead using the Deadeye. He's able to get Taimu, but AKM takes him out. Let's see if they can get a res here on the Taimu.
That takes Cojones, Matt, to go into a Deadeyeing McCree as Farah and try and find him. AKM's now in a position where he's going to look to try and salvage his fight, but most, if not all, of the fuel has been depleted, and he's going to have to get out himself. It's 50% to 5 here on.
You also see Mickey switch off of Orisa. He'll go over to D.Va, so you're going to see that D.Va Hog combo we saw get a little bit popular in Control at the end of stage 1.
The Dragons were trying to use a supercharger Deadeye combo, but AKM picked off Undead from afar. He's down. Dia gets the D-suit on Mickey there, but now he's going to have to do a lot more work on this point. It's only he and Roshan for the time being, and with Valkyrie in play, there's too much healing being fed over towards the Dallas Fuel. AKM switching from Farah to McCree seems to have found his mark here. 3 kills in that fight, and crucially, removes Undead before he can Deadeye with that damage boost of the supercharger of Roshan.
See if they can capitalize. They have 70% on the point. They need to win every fight, because Shanghai is already built up to 95% here.
Okay, here's AKM. Again, this damage in towards the shield is important. He's trying to work that Orisa barrier down. Transcendence won't save you from a Deadeye, but it looks like Dallas Fuel must have some sort of plan here to try and deal with this regardless. Deadeye was cancelled by Undead. I guess he just took the 6 bullets and was happy with that one. Pulse Bomb dropped in, but it wasn't required. Undead found AKM from long range, and that's his second. He's found both DPSs on the side of the Fuel. But there's no presence for Shanghai on the point. They've got to transition to rotate across. Taimu gets his take a breather cooldown and pops it immediately now. 2 supports and 2 tanks are still present on. Oh dear! He got caught in the heel. Taimu found him there with that scrap gun, and that's going to be it. Map 2 is done.
5-king.
Yeah, that's a really ballsy flank on Undead at the start of that last fight, Matt. Yeah. McCree has the flash. Ooh, no, he doesn't anymore. Gets baited out. Clever from Effect there, knowing Undead was around the corner and would flash him immediately. Undead goes straight for the Mega. He's still being pursued, and now it's going to be a sound barrier used by the Dragons. Self-destruct in. Shusha gets turned into, well, meet up on the tenterhooks, to be honest. Throw him on the Barbie because he's done. It's going to be Ultra now in the back. Roshan's going to cop a full-face barrage, and Diaz also picked off from it. He hangs around just to look at the spectacle that is AKM loosing rockets, and he's caught by one of them himself.
Yeah, Shanghai is never able to get a use out of their whole hog. Shusha will have to change it. Nice shot there from Custa. You see his Zen's right-click ability where he loads up those orbs. So powerful. It'll be the Dallas Fuel unlocking the payload here.
Really hurts Coalescence here. Most of Dallas actually drop off the high ground to avoid this damage, and Altering also is knocked down himself. He can't get back up without the use of the lift, and AKM was there to capitalize, but he's splashed up. Undead cleans him up. Now Effect to pressure towards the payload, and Taimu's also there. Undead is getting healed right now, but Effect knows just how to find these frags. Shusha surrounded, surely corralled into a bit of a dangerous situation, but cheeky 5-king gets himself into the backside. It's a res on Roshan with Dia dying, probably to his own pulse bomb. Yeah, Roshan's such a large HP target there on Winston. He's going to be able to stay alive on the point just a little bit longer. Taimu knocks him off the primal range. Somebody has to get back onto the card. It'll be Mickey. Dallas Fuel does hold on to their sound barrier in that previous fight, so Shanghai may have one more chance to get back towards the card here and challenge it, as Roshan will come off spawn.
So will Shusha. Just need to get those tanks into the action.
The Dragons will undoubtedly attempt to contest this one last time before we head into the third stage. But Effect has a pulse bomb. This is perfect. They're all in choke positions as well. He could just get a pick on Roshan right now. He drops it lazily and he finds the kill. Now Moira had the Discord orb on her. He's going to chase that altering away. He won't get any more kills, but Dallas get the checkpoint. They've got the final stage of the map now to play through.
Oh, they're going for the kill. They're trying to hunt down altering here. They want to get him into the respawn there. They're able to take him out.
Cheeky little fakey turns to the left-hand side and eats up the pulse bomb dropped in by Effect. But Effect himself is still alive, but he does chunk altering down pretty low. Harmony Orb is applied to the Tracer. Now AKM wants to try and make a difference here with a tactical visor, but the defense matrix is in his way. Now the Winston Bubble is procuring some difficulty now. Transcendence in. AKM still wants to get some damage done. He's getting healed very well by Custer. The timing on the Transcendence was really good. And Custer finishes off Undead as soon as he pops out of his reverie. 15 seconds on the clock. Last fight coming right up.
And you have a self-destruct for the Dallas Fuel to clean players off that payload. But look at the positioning that Dallas is playing in.
Oh my god.
Now Taimu and Minty in the body block here in the spawn.
Oh, Shanghai just want to go to the club, but they're not being allowed. Dallas Fuel at the door to meet them there. Perhaps they couldn't afford the cover charge here. We'll see. Dia's on the point. Altering drops in there as well on that mate, but he's taking a lot of damage. It can't be healed effectively right now by Five King. Five King flutters on by, tries to just keep it ticking, but that's it. Dallas Fuel get the map done.
Percy.
Yeah.
In stage 2, and then Taimu will play Hog, Mickey will play Orisa.
Whoa, this is fast.
Yeah, this is the plan from Shanghai. Get onto the point and let their Moira just build up ult.
All right, the Slambulance has found its first patient. Mickey now loaded in the back and taken off to ER, and the rest of the Shanghai Dragons have taken up residence here inside the cafe. That's the field hospital, perhaps. Harry Hook down, Custer to follow. Hook doesn't connect with AKM, but it's only the dumpster to protect him from that one. The Shanghai Dragons are looking so durable, so healthy, and now the coalescence is just going to make the issue worse. This is what I was talking about earlier on, Matt. Big first fight, build ultimate economy, get into a strong second stage. The Shanghai Dragons are looking hot to trot, and they'll have their first checkpoint in 5 minutes 40 to go.
76 of there just kind of pumped down tons of damage. Dia getting very charged up here on the Zarya yet again, getting it close to a Graviton Surge. AKM using the Tag Visor, not going to get much more.
No, not much you can do. The coalescence was there, and of course the kills are coming through now. Roshan finds himself Mickey and his mech. Effect is in the backside. Dia's very well charged up. It doesn't get any better than that. Giving him the real laser treatment here, the kind you can't find in stores. And more pressuring down. Harry Hook drops. AKM's there with the Helix rocket. It's going to take more. He needs to back Taimu up. But it's 2v4. Now, a couple more Dallas players are coming back in. The sound barrier, though, is just helping the Dragons to stay alive, keeping them topped up now. Taimu went over on the payload, and that's it. Surely, Effect down. Mickey to drop after his mech was removed. This is looking good. This is looking real good.
They use a Transcendence Dallas Fuel to just try and keep Harry and Taimu alive because Harry was getting very close to a Valkyrie. Taimu dives in there. There's absolutely no follow-up. They didn't have a Lucio there to get the rest of the team on in. As Shanghai moving this payload so fast here, looking to complete the map.
It's a death ball. You see, Taimu attempts to drop in. I think he was actually booped vertically up in the air, so he didn't get any damage from the rocket pack landing. Now he's forced to go in for a primer rate. This could be scary, though. Graviton just around the corner here for Dia, and he does lay it in. Taimu's trapped. All he can do is futilely flail about, and there's not much to be done. Headshot Effect falls. Mickey backing away, trying to keep it busy on the payload again. Hard to watch, but that's how you stall out as Diva. Harry Hook now, it's his turn to dip his toe into the water, but it's a bit too cold for him to manage, and that's it. Saul on the point. AKM throws himself at it. Fade there by Harry Hook. Taimu knocked to the ground as soon as he gets onto the payload. All right, let's go. The Dragons, a slow start to the series.
Comes down from Harry Hook to keep those players alive, but Effect able to get one with a pulse bomb. Custer with 2 kills there at the end on Zenyatta.
Oh, they're so fast.
And now they have both support ulti or Dallas Fuel.
Shanghai Dragons, blistering speed as they come forward. Taimu gives his position away there with a couple of warning taps with a scrap gun. Mickey might be on his own here. AKM backing away here. Undead down already. It's double coalescence action. It's a light show. It might look like a rave. But now Taimu was able to stand up on the point without fear of getting chunked down or bursted with all the healing that was available. And the Dallas Fuel had to dig for that ultimate, but look at this. Good ultimate economy use. They still have a Transcendence, Pulse Bomb, Whole Hog. to be wary of the enemy Moira though, who doesn't really have to aim too much to get damage on you in midair.
Even if this is a really big grab, you have Transcendence on the other side as well.
Let's see if this grab works though. Dia is going to be looking for an oust. Now or never essentially. AKM forced to back away, goes into Wraith form there. Dia, Droton Surge is thrown in. It looks like it may have worked for the most part, but there was a Transcendence. Still, AKM and affected down. Both DPS players are missing for the Dallas Fuel. They've lost almost everyone here. And Arcusta is just a smack in the gob. And that'll be it. The Shanghai Dragons able to shut the Fuel off at the point. They've got it. They stay alive in the series. It's 2-1. Oh, okay. But when they play the sneak mission, it's like Metal Gear Solid. We just don't have a box to put over it, you know?
Well, he hacks Dia there, who then gets scared immediately, just gets out of the way. It'll be a self-destruct there used by Mickey. Clear out that payload area, and they're able to take it. Shanghai does force Custa to use Transcendence here towards the end, so they do get a little bit of a minor victory.
You don't want to get stuck there as the Dallas Fuel. It's a long walk back, and if you give the Dragon the chance to sort of reset, then you're back to square one, essentially. Taimu comes flying and lands on top of Fire King. Roshan did use his Primal Rage in some sort of effort to stall on that first point, so we won't have that for a while.
This is going to allow Rascal, though, to get control of that Mega
find that kill. And it doesn't look like there's been a lot of capitalization on that by the Dallas Fuel. DSC's a very low health Taimu in the back line and wants to go for it despite Harry Hook's proximity. Taimu's going to try and get out. Dia would still like to find it, but he might have Custer instead. Both of the aforementioned Dallas Fuel players who are running away are quite low HP. It'll take a while before they get back into the fight. Custer's lingering. He's low HP. Transcendence is 4, so now Dallas have to make something out of this. Come forward and make this a big fight. But Dia's behind him. Pulse bomb stuck. He connects it. Oh, he gets 2! Both Rascal and Custer fall down, and Taimu was the 3rd. Dia now really starting to turn up. He didn't even intend to find those 2. He stuck at the Taimu, who will get a 3 for 1. For Mickey, might be go time in a sec. Taimu's in deep, knocking everyone around.
He knocks back Undead. He's putting a ton of pressure on Undead right now. Mickey just trying to knock his demon
pushed it
off the side.
That's so clever.
Trying to see if he can pick up anybody with that self-destruct.
Oh, I love that. Normally you can't move your mech at all when it's self-destructing, but he puts it on the lip and just nudges it there. Very, very nice. That's just a little bit of a technical play that didn't yield too much, but the Dallas Fuel now need to get things done. One more fight the Shanghai Dragons will have. Roshan's being unceremoniously dragged, like the ending of Troy. And they're going to make their way in. Effect doesn't want to let anyone out here, but he might not have a choice.
They're going to have Roshan with a Primal Rage here. Maybe they can get Rascal in position where if Roshan comes out with that Primal Rage, he'll have a blade and he can just cut through the remaining members.
Yeah, again, if he can just put himself in between the 2 halves of the Dragons, that might be good enough, just sewing them out. Altering, fades away. Now he's an easy target. No mobility, it's 2 for 1. Dia's down. Taimu has fallen to Undead there, and the Reaper start to connect with the Hellfire shotguns. Rascal takes a break. Breaks line of sight from the self-destruct himself, and now he's back into the fray. Looking for these targets. He might be lacking healing, though. He's not lacking damage, though. Finds himself 2. Fire King down. And there we go. The Dallas Fuel keep themselves going in this one. Earlier on, we're going to switch now towards the Zarya Reinhardt. More up in your face, a more frictional composition, if I can use a terrible phrase for it. Transcendence, so look how far the Fuel have gotten for essentially free here, man. This is quite insane. The Shanghai Dragons have allowed them to make so much progress, but they've done very little just then with that Transcendence. And now it's time for Undead. Oh no, Rascal! It's 1 shot, 1 kill. Earthshatter, Susha gets desuited now, and it is the Dallas Fuel with a positional advantage. They force the Dragons array it off to the right-hand side.
Taimu's being so aggressive here on Winston. I don't know, the Reinhardt just taking his shield out, just swinging the hammer here. It's going to be Roshan on the point. It's going to be the Graviton Surge that comes down. They're going to connect with Rascal and Harry Hook. Shanghai maybe will hold on out of
Could be a grab here though. Mickey lets it go. A lot of damage there. Finds himself 2. Undead and Roshan are down. Susha also not looking good. Taimu says he loves to play Reinhardt, loves to get aggressive, and that final hammer swing definitely punctuates his point. Now Dia will sneak out. Just keep it stalled. This will also buy time for Dallas to get back though, so it's not terrible for either team. Effect is there. Roshan low, he's taken down. Now it's just Dia. It's going to be 1 at a time. You can see the Dragons are all waiting their turn. Undead. It's an early ice block. I don't think he wanted to use that there. He'd hardly taken any damage before going for that ability. Now self-destruct. Taimu shields up. Fire King's trying to knock him into the blast, but he's not able to connect with the boot. Transcendence now coming back in for Custer, and this is going to be it. Undead's up on the point there. Now another ice block. Earthshatter. Ultra's knocked to the ground, but Roshan managed to get over the blast. Now forced back again. Taimu knocking people around with the hammer. That's going to be it. Surely Fire King attempts to get there, and the payload finally gets home. Available from Altering right now, they don't have anything to do with it. However, EMP now, it's going to work. Pulse bomb stuck in. Undead's looking worse for wear. He's backed away behind the rest of the Dragons, and they're starting to get split up. Primal Rage damage here from Roshan, but it's a sound barrier to keep Dallas Fuel nice and durable as this fight continues. Doesn't matter though, because Dusha has found Harry Hook with the self-destruct, and Taimu and Custer being buffeted aside. Custer broken down as collateral. It's almost like they weren't trying to get this Zenyatta, but he fell to a lot of the residual damage that was there, and this is very good for the Dragons. They weathered some nasty ultimates from the Fuel.
They weathered pretty much everything, and they actually didn't get as much value out of their sound barrier as the Dallas Fuel. The one from the Shanghai Dragons only connected with 2 other players outside of Five King.
Yeah, you peel for your backline, you know, and this sounds really strange, but if your backline's getting dived, you just hit Q as Reaper, then you can buy a lot of time there.
They have to run away.
Exactly, and I think the Dragons really now know how they lost so much time in that first point. They just need to buy some extra progress here, and that's fine. Look at them getting aggressive. I love this. The Shanghai Dragons have really shown us this aggressive tendency they've developed over the season after being so passive. They've lost Roshan, though. That's the double-edged sword of playing forward.
Yeah, it's going to be the Tackfighter that comes out from
2 HP! 2 HP!
Should get the cleanup here as he is very weak. Will finally get healed on up, but a minute to go here for Shanghai to make this happen. Take checkpoint B. Looks like they may get a Valkyrie soon on D.
Custer, a really good series for him, especially this map, but he's 26 eliminations, 10 final blows, 8 deaths right now. Having a huge impact, a lot of that transcendence healing as well, which has been really important.
And also putting down a decent amount of damage on Zen, right? There's not that mercy to just pocket the Zenyatas anymore. We're going to see some of those damage numbers come back down to earth as see the Transcendence come in here for Custa. It's a very good one, keeping 4 members topped up on the point, but the payload's being pushed here. Mitch, I didn't want to give it away potentially, but it was D actually on the payload there. Just moving that one on through.
Oh, Matt, they can't hear you. If they could, I'd have Custer in here giving me a headlock right now. Don't worry about it. All right, fight on the payload here. Sound barrier coming out for the Dallas Fuel. Rascal didn't get it, though. Keep an eye on that. Effect has a pulse bomb. He's used it now. No one's really going to be damaged by that one at all. Shush is trying to make ends meet with a Bunny Blaster, but it looks like the Shanghai Dragons might be out of steam here. The Dallas Fuel now igniting in a big way in front of this last checkpoint of the map. It's now going to be a tactical visor, desperate time. No, the boot! Harry Hook denies the Dragons a chance to keep playing Overwatch.